Well, yeah, I've always liked having a game where people can come and it's like a organized game, officials, punting. The only thing we won't do is kickoffs. We'll spot the ball to 25 after there's a field goal or a touchdown. We'll kick extra points, field goals. We'll do it all. We'll sub. We'll do our good offense versus our good defense. In other words, one versus ones, and then when our twos are out there, it'll be two offense versus two defense. And so it's very competitive. We'll try to keep some kind of score, but it's kind of hard to do it because we need to get something out of the game. We just can't go out there and put a show on. We need to get something out of it, and it's mainly for quarterbacks, especially for young quarterbacks that haven't played much, and we've got two in this game that hadn't played a whole lot, being Jared Evans and Gunnar Keel.
How's Munchie doing?
Munchie's doing fine. I'd love for him to be in this spring game, but he went through a little bit of practice. He has a short, small jog. He can't run, he can't cut, and so we're not going to put him in there where somebody could run into him. Hopefully in the next 4 months he'll make a lot more progress, but he has really worked hard to get back on the field. Well, I want both of them to play well. I'm a little bit nervous after the second scrimmage. Our offense didn't do much, and our quarterbacks didn't have a good day. I'd like to be able to sleep a little bit for the next 5 months knowing that our offense scored a little bit on the defense, but you need to be ahead defensively. If your defense is not ahead in spring practice, it could be a long year. So we're probably to the point where we should be on offense and defense, but I'd really like for the offense to move the ball a little bit better in this scrimmage than they did the last.
Okay, I think it was Coach Bellotti who once said that the spring game, because he was coming off a year where Joey Harrington had graduated, so he went into the next year not knowing.
Yeah, you know, when it comes to competition, you want them to not even think that, hey, I've got the job won after spring practice, because really nobody does. And now after tomorrow, they'll have 4 months to get ready to go for camp. So there's a lot of work to be done. But when we get to camp, it's going to be a lot of competition, not just at quarterback, but a lot of other positions. We've got probably more talent on this team overall. We've got more depth, but we've got more inexperienced players. And so we need to work on that and build on that, not just in camp, but also in the summer workouts.
But your receivers are back, a good portion of them. You have running
More
backs.
skill players you have around a young quarterback, skill guys that have been in the battle, that understand how to run routes. The speed of the game really helps because they're more consistent in what they do. So it's going to be good. I really like our receivers and what they've done this spring. I like our running backs. We've got more experience there. I think we've got 3 guys that can really play. Our offensive line is, we've been a little bit beat up this spring. We've got 3 offensive linemen that's got a lot of experience, but they've had foot problems, and so they haven't been able to go, but they'll be ready to go in the fall. So because of that, we've worked a lot of younger guys that will help in the experience next fall.
Just a couple of more. Is somebody emerging as that next Greg Blair who could maybe take that role and run with it?
You know, Jeff Luck has come miles in the last 3 months. He is, we had him in an outside linebacker position last year. He was a great 5-star recruit out of the state of Florida, went to Florida State, transfers here because of the depth there. He didn't feel like he could get on the field soon enough. And he comes here and he's behind Greg Blair, who's also a very good football player. So we had to put him in a position he's probably wasn't ready for. Now we've got him inside playing Mike linebacker, where he's an inside-out player, and he's really had an excellent fall. So I'm excited about Jeff and the perspective of what he can do at linebacker and for our defense.
And the goal of any head coach coming out of it.
Yeah, stay healthy, keep your fingers crossed. We've had 14 real good practices where the competition's been great. Guys have really worked hard, and we want to finish this up with a good note and everybody have a smile on their face, and hopefully we'll have a lot of people in the stands tomorrow at 12 o'clock at Paul Brown so they can give us an idea, and we can show them and give them an idea what kind of football team we have next year.
Now, when you were in Auburn, you were a Tech, you didn't have to worry about fans coming out for the spring game. They were coming.
Yeah.
Is that a little bit of a transition for you now, or something you're not really concerned about?
Well, if you remember and think about it, Auburn, there's not much to do in the spring. You can either go fishing, turkey hunting, or go to a spring game. And at Texas Tech, we had pretty good crowds there. But here, you've got baseball, you've got all kind of festivals. But, we want it to become a yearly thing in the spring for one day. Everybody you know, puts basketball aside. They put everything aside other than, hey, let's go watch a spring game. Let's see what kind of football team we're going to have here in Cincinnati next year for the Bearcats.